Welcome to the Q&Q edition of Soccer A to Z, the AZ. It is both questions and a quiz on this show. Everything on the quiz this week has been about the letter M for Maradona, Messi and...
Magnifying glasses.
Mario Melchiot.
Mario Melchiot, there you go.
McDonald.
We have, before we introduce the assembled team today, we have a very special show today. We have David Seaman coming up. Yes. After the quiz, Mr. Seaman is here. All the team are here today. Helen.
Hello.
Robbie.
Hi.
Tubes.
Hi.
Joe.
Hello.
Should we do some questions?
Yes, please.
Adam Leeson, have any of you guys ever been approached to do I'm a Celeb or Strictly?
Has your fame reached that?
No.
Helen, have you?
No.
No, but my mum and Amy ask me on a regular basis to do Strictly because it's their favourite show. But no, I'm nowhere near that level.
Unfortunately, they're not in charge of picking who goes on.
Exactly that.
I've been asked to do everything.
Have you?
Yeah, it's just hard to fit in because of... I have sort of indicated that I'd do a couple and not got chosen years ago. I haven't been asked recently. But I just can't fit it in because of the weekends, you know?
You turned down Strictly?
I didn't really turn it down. The conversation I referred, but with Strictly once, I sort of said, "Yeah, I'm interested in doing it," but they didn't offer it to me. But it's
Simon, because your co-host Simon.
Yeah, Rimmer did it. Yeah, he did it. He did well on it. Yeah, but I do you know the one I came close to doing was the what's the one in the snow? I was desperate to do that.
Ski Sunday.
Yeah, Ski Sunday. They asked me to represent Finland. No, it's
Winter Olympics.
What's it called? The jump. The jump. I was trying so hard to do the jump. I was in the go, but I had to take too many weekends off the show, and I actually really enjoyed doing my job, so I didn't want to take time off. I also was really into the idea of doing splash as well, but I didn't want to be on telly in me speedos. That's just it. But I love all those. There was one called The Circus they kind of talked to me about, and I was like, yeah, I kind of think, but it's trying to find the time to do it. But they all look really good fun to me.
Absolutely. Helen, what about you?
No, God, no.
Which one would you do though?
They've not asked you to do Strictly.
No.
Wow.
The thing is with Strictly is I love dancing. I love dancing. So I'd like to see if I could do proper ballroom dancing.
What do you mean you love dancing? Where do you dance?
No, as in if I'm anywhere and there's music, I'm first one on the dance floor. Just that, just dancing. I like to wipe my feet on the rhythm rug. I want to see this now.
I do, yeah.
Like, all the years I've known Helen, like,
bring back the dance off.
Nearly 30 years. I've never seen you dance.
I have. Wasn't there once a clip of you dancing at the front of a level 42?
Correct. Yeah.
Down the front, like giving it some.
Yeah.
Yeah, just love dancing. Yeah.
You know the worst.
I like going to weddings because you just get pop music at weddings, which is great to dance to.
Yeah. Do you know the worst reality show though is the ice skating one, because it's so in favour of the women celebrities, the female celebrities, because
you can lift them up.
Yeah, because they just travel a lot of distance just with the guy holding the woman, you know. Whereas the other way round is quite tough. So that's kind of the one I don't think I would
David
do.
Seaman's been on that, hasn't he?
Yeah, he is.
You well to pick him.
Oh yeah.
Chief, didn't you get asked to do some dating show once?
Oh, there was not like official, but the people said, "Would you be interested?" And I said, "Absolutely not." I don't call that.
I don't want to be doing that stuff on telly. Right, another question.
Yeah. Joe Gould, what was your favourite World Cup tournament to watch? Now, I think the ages of us, if any of us don't say Italia 90, you're lying.
I suppose, I'm sorry to show my age here, but I suppose 78, because that's the one where I was in my back garden all the time pretending to be famous footballers. I preferred it when we never qualified for World Cups because never had the pressure of winning.
But Italia 90 it wasn't just because you go Italia 90 and everybody goes, yeah, Gazza's tears and all of that. But if you go back, it was the wave of how it came, because we were pretty terrible in the group. We had the 1-1 draw and then the 0-0 draw, and then we beat Egypt 1-0.
Mark Wright.
Qualified us. And so we were just sort of going along thinking, God, we're rubbish, God, we're rubbish, God, we're rubbish. And then this swell, I remember, and I was 23. I mean, what a great age. Great age.
Yeah, how the hell do you remember all that, though? That was unbelievable.
Roger Miller as well, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right,
Caniggia getting taken out in the
Yeah, brilliant.
But during COVID, they reran loads of old games and whatnot to keep everyone happy, give them something to watch. I remember watching some of those games from Italia 90. We were terrible. That Cameroon game, we were awful. Really bad. Yeah. And in the group stage, you say in the group we were terrible as well. Yeah. And we just kind of got a bit of momentum going and played well against Germany.
Remember the 78, the ticker tape? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that was
remember that.
Mexico 86 was a good World Cup.
Yeah, that was the first one I remember.
France 98 was a good World Cup as well. Colourful.
Any other? Well, we're basically naming every World Cup. We love World Cups, don't we?
All of them.
Helen, got one more?
Yeah, this is really interesting. Do you think the Premier League and Championship should be one Super League? Because I read that question and went, oh, God, no. Then I went, oh, hang on a minute.
Well, I don't
know what. I don't know why.
We're going to have to see if it works for the Champions League, aren't we? Just a load of random people playing each other. I haven't got my head around that yet. But they're kind of, these competitions are getting really complicated, aren't they? What's the other one, the England one, the Nations League?
Nations
League. That's so confusing.
No, it's not confusing. As our Nations League correspondent, because I've been going to a few games recently, I've done a bit of research into how it works. It's actually really simple. So basically, teams are divided into 4 leagues, which are then subdivided into 14 groups. The League A group winners and runners-up participate in home and away quarterfinals. The winners of these ties qualify for the finals. The 4th place teams in Leagues A and B are automatically relegated to B and C, respectively, and the 2 lowest-ranked 4th place teams in League C, meanwhile, are relegated to League D. The 4 group winners in Leagues B and C, as well as the 2 group winners in League D, are automatically promoted to Leagues A, B and C, respectively. The 3rd-ranked teams of League A and the runners-up of League B, as well as the 3rd-ranked teams of League B and the runners-up of League C, will play the home and away promotion relegation playoff. There'll also be playoffs between the 2 best-ranked 4th place teams from League C and the 2 runners-up from League D. It could not be simpler.
Whoa!
And he's got a grandson that's still alive.
Yeah.
Simple.
Yeah. And obviously, they qualify for the Euros as well. Yeah. Very simple process there as well. For the Euros, there were playoffs for each of the League A, B and C and D. Each group winner earns a spot in the semi-finals. If the group winner was already one of the 20 qualified teams, however, rankings were used to give the playoff spot to another team of that league. If fewer than 4 teams in the entire league remain unqualified, playoffs. It could not be more simple. Is it so simple?
Simple.
Yeah. You've spelled it out pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you didn't tune into Tuesday's show, Robbie came up with a fact, but we'll leave that. That's what Joe was saying about grandchildren.
Do you know what I think about the Premier League and the Championship?
Yeah, what?
I reckon if you win the Championship, you should be given the option of whether you want to go up and just be a whipping boy.
Oh yeah.
Or all the fans. Do you want to stay in the Championship and win it again?
Yeah, all the fans are going to say, let's not play City and Chelsea and Arsenal and Liverpool and Spurs. Let's stay down here and play, Championship.
We'll end up like America with no promotions and relegations.
Yeah, won't nonsense.
Everything will be pointless.
Yeah. Do you fancy a quiz?
Yes, please.
Welcome to the Unfair Football Quiz. It's unfair because football is unfair. Before I tell you about the quiz, let's meet our 2 competitors. First up, this man is a rock. He's one of life's good guys. He always helps out, and nothing is too big of a task. In fact, he's so supportive around Bolton, he's known as the jockstrap. It is, of course, Matt Edgar. Matt.
Hello, Matt.
Matt,
hello, everyone.
I'm a bit confused now. You live in Bolton, but you're a Blackburn Rovers fan. Is that correct?
That is correct, yeah.
Are you pulling that off? Yeah, how's that happened?
Yeah, what's happening there?
I mean, so I moved across here for family and work. That's all it is, really.
Good, innit?
Yeah.
Do you live
good.
Do you live near the Tough Sheet Stadium?
I absolutely do, yeah. I live about 3 miles away. I live in, mainly for Joe, living between junction 4 and 5 of the M61.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Do the locals take the mickey out of the name of that stadium?
Can I swear?
Oh, no.
No, yeah. Well, Yes, they do take the mickey out of that. It's called the tough, and then something that.
Yeah. Right.
Tough sheet. Yes.
Yeah. Tell us your fun fact about Soccer AM.
Oh yeah, so me and my best friend, as we were saying before, every Saturday morning, it started the weekend. He tried to get us on numerous occasions, sending in videos and clips, and then he eventually got us on. So all week there was the text, I'm going to be on the show, I'm going to be on the show. It came in, and it was I think it was a clip of a worldie goal for FC United, and Helen announced it brilliantly, but then pronounced where we were from wrong. So he got absolutely rinsed. Yeah.
Where were you from?
Yeah.
So from a tiny little village called Worsley, and Helen pronounced it as Whaley.
Oh, well, that's understandable. We have no idea.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Team Helen on that one.
It's okay. It's okay. It just added to the story.
What do you do? What do you do for a living, Matt?
So I'm a registered nurse in learning disabilities, but I'm an operations manager now. I manage a team of people.
Okay.
Good lad.
We all want Matt to win.
One life's good. Well, apart from Joe, we love rivals up there that way, aren't they? So, but yeah, no, good lad. He'll do, yeah. Right now, let's meet your competitor. Every project this man takes on becomes a masterpiece. His creativity adds beauty and meaning to the world, and pretty much everything he touches turns to gold. He is the King Midas of Reading. It is Joe Norris. Hi, Joe.
How are we? You good?
Hello, Joe.
You're from Reading, but you're a happy hammer. You're a West Ham fan.
That's it. Yeah. I didn't get to choose on that one. My dad's a West Ham fan. My nan's a West Ham fan. So, yeah, I didn't get to see him anywhere else.
And what about your kids? Because I think we got your kids' football shirt up behind you there, green Celtic kit.
Yeah, this is Westwood Wanderers under sevens. They first season this season. It sparked a new life in me watching my son play football because I can't play it anymore. So yeah, it's amazing to see the kids' faces again. And yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well.
Is your son a hammer?
He is. He didn't get to pick either. They both are. So I've got nearly 7, and I've got a 2-year-old as well. And baby grows as soon as they were born. They were straight into West Ham kits.
And where does he play? What I mean, I know he's only little, but what position does he play on the pitch?
It's like watching Bobby Moore. No. He's a good centre half. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
And have you taught the two? What are your kids' names, by the way?
Ronnie and Riley.
Have you taught Riley how to, at 2 years old, he managed to do the hammer sign? Yeah.
He's last month. He's slowly getting there. He's about halfway. So, yeah.
First thing West Ham people do is as soon as they get a kid, can you do the hammer sign? Yeah. Can she do the hammer sign? Can I see the hammer sign? Yeah. Every picture you see with a kid, hey, West Ham. What do you do for a living, mate?
So I'm a salesman. I work in a hi-fi shop selling hi-fi, obviously. And
what?
Yeah.
Sorry. What? 1980s? What?
That system's coming back.
What's a hi-fi shop? What is a hi-fi shop?
Music never dies, you know that. So well, we sell TVs and projectors, that sort of stuff as well, like home AV. So yeah, we're not stuck in one box. We've branched out since the 80s.
What's the most popular brand we should mention on here? See if they'll give us a bit of sponsorship. What's your?
I can't be favourite to anything. They don't pay me the big bucks, you see.
Have you got Sonos there?
We sell Sonos. I have an LG TV myself. I prefer the LG TVs, I'll be honest.
I've got that.
But yeah, Sonos is good.
I'm Team Samsung, I think, for most of the stuff I do.
I support Cambridge Audio in hi-fi gear.
Yeah. Right, let's go into the laws of the game. This week on the AZ, our featured letter was M for Maradona. Or Messi. Yeah. So the questions will be about the letter M or money. There are 11 questions because there are 11 players on a football team. One of you will get 6 questions. One of you will get only 5. It is unfair, but as we all know, football is unfair. This week, Joe will get 6 questions as the Ammers are happy in the Premier League. This is not fair. You get 1 joker, and you can use them to answer a question, but you can only use the joker once. We have a full set of jokers in the house. We have Joe here.
Hello.
We have Robbie here.
Hi.
And we have Tubes here.
Hello.
Helen's not a joker. Helen is keeping score. Her word is final. There is a penalty shootout at the end of the quiz. We will explain that when we get there. Are you ready?
Yes.
All good.
Starting with Joe then. Joe, M is for Manchester Derby. Who has scored more goals in this fixture than anyone else? Is it A, Bobby Charlton? Is it B, Andrew Cole? Is it C, Wayne Rooney?
Great question.
Wayne Rooney, I reckon.
Yeah, it is. Well done, with 11 goals. Second are Joe Hayes and Francis Lee, who scored 10 for City, both of them. And Aguero is Charlton is the nearest on 9 after that for United. Aguero for City, 9 also.
Aguero.
Sargio.
Matt, M is for Mickey. In the third round of the FA Cup in 1992, Mickey Thomas, or Mickey T, scored a famous 82nd minute giant-killing free kick for Wrexham. But who is it against?
Arsenal.
Correct.
Knowledge.
2-1. Yeah, late winner at the racecourse eventually. He scored to equalise, didn't he? Mickey T's a
David
legend.
Seaman.
Yeah. We love a bit of Mickey T on this show. Joe, M is for Micah Richards. Before he became one of our favourite pundits, he had a spell in Serie A. Which Italian club was it? A, Fiorentina, B, Sampdoria, or C, Inter Milan?
It was Florentino, I believe.
It was Fiorentina, yeah. And he was also playing with who there?
Mo Salah.
Yeah.
Salah, yeah?
Do you know what? I didn't know that until this question was written. There you go. Matt, M is for Mickey Mouse Cup. Disney have never sponsored the League Cup, but since 1983, 8 other brands have. Name 2 of them. That's
Great
easy.
question.
That's easy though, isn't it?
Question.
Yeah. Carling
Yeah.
and Coca-Cola.
Yes.
Yes. You could have had Milk Marketing Board. They started it with a £250,000 sponsor back in... I think it was, it says here 81-82 season. I thought it was 83, but anyway, around that time. Then we had Littlewoods, then Rumbelows, then Coca-Cola, then Worthingtons, Carling, Capital One, and then, how do you say Carabao? Carabao.
Yeah.
Carabao now. They're a £42 million deal. Joe.
Always been the Littlewoods Cup for me.
Littlewoods,
yeah.
Been quite drink heavy over the years, isn't it?
Yeah.
Joe, M is for mascot. Which club's mascot is the Boiler Man? This is a man dressed up as a combi boiler. A, West Brom. B, Blackpool. C, Northampton.
Cobblers.
No, it is.
I think it's West Brom, isn't it? I believe.
Yes, it is West Brom. They're doing well here, aren't they?
Yeah, very good.
Very good.
This is good. It was introduced in 2018 after signing a professional deal with Ideal Heating, which was a boiling firm from around the area. Matt, are you ready?
Yep.
M is for multi-ball system. How many balls are used in the Premier League multi-ball system? I mean, per match, not total. So how many balls do they have in the multi-ball system? You've got your jokers here. But I'm looking at the jokers and they are not looking confident, but up to you.
I'm going to go for a reasonably educated guess and go for 9.
9. That's really low. Does anyone else know?
No.
Oh, I'd have gone 8.
I'd have gone 6.
6?
Yeah.
It's 15.
Is it?
There's 1 in play.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's 1 with the 4th official, and then there's 13 replacement balls distributed around the pitch, including 2 behind each goal line.
Surely you don't need that many.
No, that's a bit.
Of course you do. It's multi-ball.
I was looking around at the multi-balls at the weekend. I was thinking there's not that many because you get them on they put on little stands, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
That's woke nonsense.
Why, Tim?
Yeah.
Why didn't you give Joe multiple choice?
Yeah, that seems really unfair.
Because
Football is unfair.
Football is unfair.
Yeah, it's unfair.
Tough
I
shit.
think, you know, I think I've done too, or we've done too many multiple choice questions in this. Actually, I think they're finding it too easy.
Yeah, I think...
I've not had one yet, Tim.
Haven't you?
No.
Okay. No, you haven't got any left either. That's by the looks of it.
Football is unfair.
Oh no, you've got question 10. You've got a multiple choice coming up, so you're all right. Joe, M is for spelling. There are 5 teams in the Football League that have the champion.
Very good.
There are 5 teams in the Football League. That's the Championships, League 1 and League 2 that begin with the letter M. Name 3 of them. So there's 5 teams. Name 3 of them.
In the what?
Right, not in the Premier League, because that's Man City, Man United, blah, blah, blah. What other teams?
Whose question is this?
This is Joe.
For me, I believe.
Yeah. Joe, yeah. So you've got to find... There's 5 teams which begin with a M.
3 of them.
And you've got to name 3 of them. Okay, so go.
MK Dons.
Good. Yeah. Strong. That's 1.
Really? Macclesfield.
Macclesfield, I don't think are in the league, so no, you haven't got
in the
that
Football
one.
League.
No, so they're not in it. So, I think you're struggling. I think I'm going to have to time you out, guys. You could have used your joker. You were mad not to, really. Joe, what have you got?
Mansfield.
Good. Anyone else got any?
Morecambe.
Bottom of the league, aren't they, at the moment? Yeah. Anyone else?
Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Borough, M for Borough. And finally, no one likes them.
Millwall, we don't care.
No.
Yes.
Matt, M is for Mull of Kintyre. Fans of which club sing their own words to Mull of Kintyre before kick-off?
I have absolutely no idea.
You can use a joker if you want. You've got Joe, Robbie and Tubes if you'd like to.
What's Mull of Kintyre?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Joe.
Joe does not look happy.
Forest, isn't it?
It is Forest, yes.
Oh, nice one.
Sing it, sheephead.
Oh, mist rolling in front. Is it the Trent?
They've changed the words. I can give you some of the words. Do you want a verse or a chorus or both? I'll give you a verse. Far have I travelled and much have I seen. Goodison, Anfield are places I've been. Main Road, Old Trafford still echo to the sound of the boys in the red from the City Ground. Have I got the tune right there?
Yeah.
Was there a tune?
Right. No, you did it.
City Ground, oh mist rolling in from the Trent. My desire is always to be here, oh City Ground. Passing the leather like Cloughie's great men. Please take us back to the days I knew then. Games when we sang in the Nottingham choir, when we thrashed the sheep from Derbyshire. That's a good line, isn't it?
That's good, yeah.
Smiles in
No.
Anyone want to hear a fact?
Still take me back to where memories remain. Flickering embers growing higher and higher, and a new squad of players for us to inspire.
Nice.
I think I did that justice. Joe. M is for Maradona. Maradona played for 2 clubs in La Liga. One was, of course, Barcelona. Can you name the other? It's A, Valencia, B, Deportivo, or C, Sevilla. How's my Spanish accent, Joe? You speak Spanish, don't you?
Fantastico.
Joe, what
I've gone blank here.
Joe,
I'm going to have to use a joker.
Okay, use your joker. Who are you going to go for? You've got Joe, Robbie, or Tubes. You can use any of them.
Any volunteers? Who knows it?
Oh no! You don't break the game here. This is
it's unfair.
It's unfair.
This is the world's best quiz. We can't have people mucking about with the rules.
All right. Okay. I'll go with Tubes.
Tubes. Who is it? Maradona.
Valencia.
Are you going Valencia?
Oh.
Joe? You going Valencia?
Gonna have to. I've got nothing else.
It is in fact Sevilla.
Sorry.
Matt. M is for metatarsal. England were in trouble as David Beckham has broken his metatarsal before the 2002 World Cup in Japan and South Korea. We needed something magical, so GMTV got Magic Man Uri Geller on the show and encouraged us all to put our hands on our TVs and concentrate on David's foot. Meanwhile, on the Sun newspaper's front page, they printed a picture of David Beckham's foot and asked us to lay our hands on David's foot at noon and make it better. What was the headline that went with the picture? Was it A, Becca's Prey? Was it B, David's Goliath Battle? Or was it C, Beck's Sole Focus? What was the headline, Matt?
Again, it's going to have to be a guess. I'm going to go with C.
Beck's Sole Focus. It's a good play on words that I invented yesterday. I also invented David's Goliath Battle. It was Becca's
Prey.
Becca's Prey. Yeah. Well, I don't actually understand that headline because
I actually think your two are better.
You that was a Sun headline.
Yeah.
Anyway, Beckham recovered in time for the tournament and scored in the win versus Argentina. England then went on to win the World Cup, and everybody lived happily ever after.
You know, Uri Geller signed the 1966 World Cup ball to wish it luck.
What?
Yeah, wow. For a World Cup that was coming up, they wheeled out the 1966 one. You know, for him to wish the current side luck.
The magic man.
And he signed it. Uri Geller signed it.
Can he actually do magic?
What a liberty.
Can he do magic?
I don't know. He can bend spoons. Is that magic?
I heard once that, and if this is true, I think this is a apocryphal tale. We'll be back to the world's best quiz in a minute, guys. But I heard once that Uri Geller was flying around in helicopters over the oceans, telling oil companies where not to dig for oil. There's no oil there. Don't dig there.
That's good, isn't it?
That is such a far cry from when he got involved in Exeter City Football Club, and on away games we'd all stand behind the goal singing, "You can stick your effing spoon up your boob."
Helen, I should do that for the metal detecting community. If anyone who doesn't know, Helen's big in the metal detecting community. What I should do is I should hire myself out to tell people where they shouldn't go.
Yeah, wouldn't bother there, lad.
Say I've got magic hands and I can tell where it is. Do not dig there. There's nothing there. Yeah. This field is barren. Do not go anywhere near this field. This one, I'm not sure about, but this one don't do. Pay me £100. Joe.
I don't know where we are.
I think we're at question 11.
Yeah,
Joe, who did win that World Cup, by the way? Is it Brazil?
What, Japan and Korea?
Yeah.
Brazil, Ronaldo with his little triangle on it.
Beautiful
bar.
They beat us, didn't they?
Yeah, right. The dry leaf.
Oh, was it the dry leaf?
It was the dry leaf.
Dry leaf.
Yeah.
Ronaldinho's
free kick.
Joe, M is for Mo Salah. Currently banging in the goals for his 8th consecutive and possibly the last season at Liverpool. Ooh. How many Premier League golden boots has the Egyptian won during his time at the club? It's a good question, this, because I would have no idea. Joe, how many golden boots has he won? I'm not giving you an A, B, C here.
I'll go with 2.
2's good, but it's wrong. It's 3. Helen Chamberlain, what are the scores on the doors?
The scores are... So Joe, the West Ham fan, had 6 questions.
The West Ham fan. I like that. I just like the fact you call him Joe, the West Ham fan. It's like his surname.
Well, I just,
It's great. I like that.
Yeah, Joe, West Ham fan, had 6 questions. That's why I said it's 6 questions. He got 3 right.
Oh.
Matt, our Blackburn fan, had 5 questions, and he got 3 right.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
You could not write this.
You could not, and it's the world's best. It's unfair, and yet it's still coming out
every week.
It's kind of fair, even though it's unfair. I know what you're thinking. This has to be the world's best quiz.
They're all saying what I'm thinking.
They're all saying it. You are right. It's time for the penalty shootout. What I'm going to do in the penalty shootout is I'm going to ask you to name something. You take it in turns. You have to do it quickly. Take it in turns to name one. You have to do it quickly, though, because we're getting strict on this. No messing about. It's a penalty shootout. It has to be rapid. Are you all right with that, Joe? Are you all right with that, Matt?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, we're starting with Joe because it's unfair. Okay. There have been a ridiculous 21 Chelsea Premier League managers in 31 seasons. Name them.
Mourinho.
Good.
Ancelotti.
Yep, good. Joe.
Conte.
Yeah, good. Matt.
Maresca.
Good.
Di Matteo.
Oh, that's very good.
That's a good one.
Lampard.
Yes. Good. Joe.
Pochettino.
Yeah.
Yep. Matt.
Viali.
My favourite.
Legend.
Joe? He's run out. Oh. Matt, can you go?
Hull it.
Yes. Can you carry on? You got any more?
No.
That's it.
No.
Well, he might.
No.
Anyone else
Grant.
got what?
Avram Grant.
Hoddle. Yeah. There's loads.
Maurizio Sarri.
Big Phil Scolari.
He started with Ian Porterfield. There you go. Then to Dave Webb, then Hoddle, and then the rest is history. Scolari. There's loads there. Graham Potter.
Who's the guy with the? Was that a fag?
Sarri.
Yeah.
Weird. There's a lot there. Helen, who? I can't believe this is so tense. Who won?
Well, I'll just say Joe got 4 in the penalty shootout.
Joe, the West Ham fan.
Joe, the West Ham fan, got 4 in the penalty shootout, plus the 3 from the quiz, so he has overall 7. And Matt scored 5 in the penalty shootout, plus his 3 gives him 8.
Oh, he's only gone and won it in the penalty shootout. Well done. Well done, and that was well done. And he had less questions. That is why this is the world's best quiz. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Have you enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been brilliant.
It's been brilliant.
Yeah, great.
I forgot to tell you, both won a bucket hat as well. We'll be sending that to you in the post. So
lovely, jubbly. Look at that.
You can wear that as you're walking around the Tough Sheet Stadium.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at it. All right, cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joe.
Cheers. Hey, guys. Take care.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
Got a very special guest this week, haven't we? He's got the safest hands in football. That's how he's known. Ooh. It is, of course, David Seaman.
Oh, legend. Legend.
Hi, David. How are you?
We love
you.
David, we understand it's 20 years now since you retired. It doesn't feel like it. 2004. Do you miss football still every day?
No, not at all.
You don't? You must.
Honestly, I don't, and I've not missed it since the day I retired. I was looking forward to it, if I'm honest. I was looking forward to like a different type of life. And I'm still loving it. And it's just busy. I do a bit of coaching at Arsenal once a week with the young goalkeepers, and I really enjoy that. I do podcasting stuff. I do a bit of charity stuff, So life's busy. Then I've got fishing and golf to put on top of that.
Right? Yeah. We'll talk about your podcast in a minute. But I'm interested in you coaching at Arsenal, because we were just having a quick chat a minute ago about how the role of a goalkeeper's changed. A lot of the gaffers now, they want the goalkeepers to be able to play football as well, whereas it was slightly different in the old days. What has changed for you?
Yeah, a lot. Well, there's been a little bit of a change, because I'm getting a lot of people coming up to me now saying, I've got this really good goalkeeper, he's great with his feet. And I'm like, any good with his hand?
Yeah. Can he catch?
On a cross. But it has changed, there's no doubt about it, because a lot of players now and a lot of managers want to play out from the back, and they want to draw players on, and then that means that they can take players out of the game, and then they're onto a counter-attack. But the actual fundamentals of goalkeeping are still the same.
David, do you think keepers are afraid to catch the ball now? They just punch it, and after look at it and go, he could have just stood there and caught that.
Yeah, there's an art to the punching as well. There's what we call a palming it away. So like the palm of your hand. That's what I used to use a lot for guiding the ball away when I decided I wasn't going to catch it. But then there's the art of guiding it into an area that's safe. So there's all these different bits, and that's what I'm able to do at Arsenal. I'm able to pass on these little bits. And Terps, who's the goalkeeping coach, the academy coach at Arsenal, he always says that when I come in, he says I join in with the drills and that lot, and then I just sprinkle stardust everywhere.
What a legacy!
Can I ask, how many young goalkeepers have you got at Arsenal? I've never thought about, because obviously you have a whole bunch of lads there. You might have 5 of this and 6 of that. How many keepers are there? Yeah,
there's quite a few. There's about, on the under-18s, there's 3, 2 or 3. Yeah, 3, 1, and then they move up to like the under-23. So there's probably about 8 goalkeepers within that group, and then obviously some of them then transfer over to the first team. So all in all, I bet there's about a dozen goalkeepers, including the first team goalkeepers.
Right,
David.
So there's a lot of cover.
David, I'm so happy to hear that you're happy after retirement. After being around football for 28 years or something, I've met so many retired footballers who are just so miserable because they can't capture that buzz they got from the Saturday. I think your wisdom and knowledge is something that could be really useful in the game. To be, do you ever get asked how, or could you be going in and telling people how to actually live a life after football? It must be tough for a lot of people.
Yeah, that's that I'm here to talk. I've got so much experience, so much information. As in with the goalkeeping side of it as well. But then obviously going into life after football, and like I said, I was ready. I was really ready to retire. I was looking forward to it. And I think the beauty of it is finding something to do. Not just like one thing, because as a footballer, the competitive side in you will come out and you'll want to do something else, so like, a lot of people go into golf. I love my fishing. That's my way of relaxing. But
you went ice skating, for goodness sake.
Exactly. I loved it. I absolutely loved it, and I'd skated as a kid when I was like 14, 15 at Sheffield, but never coached or anything. And then obviously the ice skating offer came about. It came about through Gazza breaking a bone in his neck because he was doing it, and he fell over and like cracked a bone in his neck. So then they asked me to do it. This was a BBC one, so this was a BBC Strictly Come Ice Skating or something like that.
Strictly Come Ice Skating. But you mentioned golf.
Just before you get into that, I can't imagine ice skating in Sheffield because you visualise it outside. Everything's a hill there. You can only go one way, can't you?
Bobsleigh.
Yeah, start at the top, dig in, and end up at the bottom. Gone to.
You mentioned golf there, David. We have got a mega match coming up next week, haven't we?
Yes.
Golf life,
Golf life, myself and Jimmy Bullard versus David and his son Dan. Dan is a top player. He's a pro.
Dan's a pro. Yeah. Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Dan, my lad, he's been a pro since probably about 1920 or something like that. He went over to Texas and did a scholarship out there, and really give it a good go.
Such a good guy.
He's now a teaching pro at Leeds Golf Centre in Wick. So, it's going to be fun, that. And hopefully Dan's been practicing. I'm actually going practicing this afternoon, so watch out.
You up for it, yeah. We've got to do 18 holes, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah, well, as many as possible. Yeah. Well, hopefully not. Hopefully we beat you out like 9 and 8.
So when can we see that then? When's that out?
That's going to be out in about 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we're filming next Thursday.
Okay.
So it's going to be brilliant. I can't wait.
David, we've got to talk about your podcast, Seaman Says Podcast. You get a lot of legends on there. What is it? Just a chat with them? What are you doing on it?
Yeah, we do. We chat, and obviously we go through what's happened at the weekend. And I've had like so many different people on there, like including like Robbie Williams and Piers Morgan and Matt Lucas and Tom Hiddleston. And then last season I had Arsene Wenger, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. Just like loads. Yeah. But now now we've got a studio. So we're sponsored by Betway, and we're in a studio. And I've had Gazza on there this season, and Ollie Mers, and yesterday was Matty Upson from my former Arsenal teammate. And it's great to chat, but also talk about the game as well. But when we get together, especially teammates, we bounce off each other. You know what it's like when you meet someone and you haven't seen them for a long time. You remember different stories, and it's brilliant, and I'm loving it.
Yeah. So what do you think about Arsenal then? Have you got a chance of winning the league?
Yeah, we've still got a chance. So have Man City. So have Chelsea. It's all about football. I was working at the weekend for Premier League Productions, and they put a stat up and they showed the biggest comebacks. And Arsenal we were 13 points behind Man United, and we've still done them. So,
David? What's your view on what's happening at City? It's unbelievable watching that at the moment, isn't it?
Pep's got to go, hasn't
he? It is, but it's. When you look at it, you can understand a little bit why, because of all the injuries they've had. They've had injuries to main players, and that's never good. When when you look at Diaz and obviously Rodri, De Bruyne has been out, he's just coming back. When you look at that, that's the spine of your team. But, what I've been saying to people is like, just get the points while you can, because at some stage they're going to start coming back.
Okay. Yeah, Chelsea are looking good too, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah.
So
yeah, they are. They were. People were laughing at them at the start of the season because they've got so many players. They didn't know what sort of style to play, what formation or anything like that. And now they're under the radar. They're definitely under the radar, and they're getting better and better.
David, a few weeks ago, I went to the National Cat Awards, and I was looking through the programme, and I was wondering who judged the Cat Awards, and it was you. You chose the best cat. How did that happen?
Yeah. I'm actually looking at my cat. She's trying to get up the blooming curtains at the moment.
Are you big in the cat world?
I love cats.
Yeah, we've got 4 cats at the moment, but Frankie fosters kittens. So, we have like pregnant females come in, and then sometimes they'll give birth in our house. We've got a special room for it.
You've got room for cats to give birth in?
Wow.
Yeah. And Frankie's done like lots of them, and then she gives them back to the cat's protection when they're a kilo in weight and a certain age. Then they can go back and then hopefully find their forever homes.
What characteristics do you look for in a cat of the year?
Able to save a shot from outside the box.
What they mean to
Good with his feet.
People that are ill. Sometimes they find a lot of like relaxation through the cat, and all that. There's all different stories. Trust me, it's really hard to decide one.
Okay, David, listen, thank you so much for joining us today. Your podcast, Seaman Says, is available now, and it's always lovely talking to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
See you next week, mate.
Oh yeah, I don't know who to support because I love Tubes and I love David. So
I understand. Once I'm gone, you'll be like, yeah, Tubes. You go and smash him.
Hey, let's hope golf's the winner.
Yeah, okay.
Cheers, David.
Merry Christmas.
Frankie.
Cheers, thank you.
Bye.
When the game gets it right, it's pure delight. This is what's right with
Neil Boughton says when teams time waste only for it to bite them in the backside when they concede in the final minute. Mark Bowden says fly on the wall documentaries. DWS Winfern, international break is over.
Oh, yes.
James McSween also says no more international breaks until March. And my favourite, Graham 9655, stadium announcers reading the halftime scores and the ground going, way, if the rival is losing.
Okay, two things to pick up on there. International weekends are now becoming a pain rather than something to look forward to, aren't they? They need to address that. I don't know how the Nations League works, though. Does anyone got an idea on that?
Actually, very simple.
And what was the other one you said? What was the second one you said there, Helen?
Fly on the wall documentaries.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you enjoying those? I'm not sure I believe them.
All kind of the same.
I don't think that's right with football.
Okay. No. Should we do anything but football?
Oh, sure. Yes, I like this.
You've had your footy fix. Now it's time to switch. It's anything but football.
This is obviously a question not about football, something else. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, Helen, but I think this is your bag. Okay, Stephen Johnson says, who's your favourite cartoon dog? I imagine this is something Helen would have an opinion on. And I imagine, I'm looking around the room here, Tubes has never seen a cartoon by the looks of things.
Gotta be.
Ruby-dooby-doo.
Yeah. I mean, I think Scooby-Doo. Robbie, have you got any?
I'll go Dogtanian for retro.
Oh, he was a bit of a legend, wasn't he?
Ledge, yeah.
There's a theme tune to that. That will come to me in a minute.
Go Dogtanian.
No, that wasn't it. What was it? Oh, they used to have a great. Cartoons used to have good theme tunes, didn't they?
Yes, they
did.
Yeah.
Joe, have you got one?
I'm going to go Butch.
Who's Butch?
Butch was the dog off Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Who was like, I mean, he was in it as much as Tom and Jerry. Yeah, it was Tom and Jerry. It's like being the drummer.
He wasn't in it as much as Tom and Jerry. He was in it.
He was in every episode. They used to wake him up somehow. He'd be kipping in his kennel.
Yeah, but he's not in it as
somehow
much.
They'd wake him up, and it was always the cat's fault. So which one was the cat? Tom. So I'd always go after Tom, wouldn't he? And Jerry would just sit there watching. Going,
he was in it about oh, go on.
I'm sorry, I'm just still laughing at Joe saying it's like being the drummer in Chaz and Dave.
Never gets a mention, does he? Drums his little socks off every night.
Is he part of the band, though? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it
Chaz and Dave and the drummer.
I'd go Snoopy. Just a sort of
Snoops.
Yeah, it's a great guy.
Deputy Dog.
Yeah.
How about that? Someone was saying the other day, I was rummaging around on the internet, and someone had come up with this thing about cartoons, how some of them wear just the top half, like what's the duck called?
Donald Duck.
Donald Duck.
Yeah.
Some of them just wear the bottom half. Can't think of anyone who wears the bottom half. But when they all go to the beach, they all get changed into swim costumes, whether they only wear the top half or the bottom half or nothing, or they're naked. And they did a whole analysis of it. And on that note, it's Scooby-Doo. We all agreed Scooby-Doo?
Nah, Butch off Tom and Jerry.
Good. Okay, we'll be back on. If you've got any questions, by the way, anything but football, anything, not always food related though, because there's so many of them come through. What's your favourite topping on a spud, or baked potato, and stuff like that? Yeah, they're good, but think of other things as well.
Beans.
Then send them to beans.
No. Cheese and beans, isn't it?
Tuna,
cheese and beans.
Tuna, mayonnaise with onion. Amazing.
We'll be back on Tuesday with the letter N. N for Neymar.
Nigel Pearson.
Oh, it's about to say that.
See you then.